There's some cool looking bamboo. Hey, this is Ian, and I am in Fukuoka, Japan. And I guess in this video, I'm going to talk about how I'm living here pretty cheaply. I've been here just for a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days or something like that. And so far, so good. Things are going good. So how am I living cheaply? Number one, I live in this place called the sharehouse, which is like sharehouse is kind of like I rent a room and then I share like a shower and a kitchen with some other people. There's like 8 other people in it, and it's pretty cheap. I pay total with rent and utilities. Total is 42,000 yen a month. So less, which is I think in U.S. dollars, less than 400 bucks or something like that. So that's pretty cheap for everything, really. Internet, all the other bills and whatnot. So it's pretty good. And then food so far doesn't seem that expensive. It's like it seems pretty similar to what I was paying. Some stuff's a little bit cheaper. Some stuff might be a little more. But I don't know. I'm estimating I can get by on around 200 US dollars a month without too much of a problem. So that's food. Other thing that's cheaper is like jiu-jitsu. It's like almost not quite half, but close. It's only like the place where I'm looking at training at jiu-jitsu. I started yesterday. Gave me the first class for free, and that was like 10,800 yen a month, which kind of seems close to the going rate around here. And that's pretty cheap. That's less than 100 bucks. And like San Francisco, where I was training, most places where I was living before, most places were like, that depended anywhere from like on the low end maybe 140 to on the higher end 180 bucks a month. So that's cheaper. And then my transportation, I got this great bicycle. Check this bike out I got. Isn't it awesome? I only paid 6,800 yen for it, which is like maybe somewhere close to 60 US dollars. It's a used bike. Works great. It's got a cool basket. Pretty good sized wheels on it, and it does the job. Gets me from and um, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about it. I've been doing a lot of biking because where I live, the neighborhood I live in Fukuoka is kind of far actually from. I live in Nanakuma, or near Nanakuma Station, and it's kind of far from like the center of town and stuff. Now, the other way I'm living cheaply too, which is really cool. I'm taking these Japanese classes. I've been taking these. You see here, Japanese language classes by volunteers in Fukuoka. Now, I've done 2 of these so far, and I paid 100 yen for one class, and that's like $1. That's like $1 a class. So some are like that. Let's see. Let's go over here. I'll show you some of these. How much it costs. I think this is a pretty good. This is a great. That's an understatement. This is a great deal, actually. I'll try to show you some of the. So different places, different. These are all like different neighborhoods in the city. I live in this one. I went to this one last night. And actually, I didn't pay anything. They said if I come back, then I can pay then, and it's like 500 yen a month, which is like less than $5 or something. Like here's one here. It's so this is like on the high end, 5,000 for 6 months, which is like $50 for 6 months of 1 2-hour class a week. So yeah, even like here's one that says free. So there's different locations all in the city, and this is like, I think it's a great deal. Like, I mean, I don't think you're not gonna get a visa from this. I never asked, but I'm sure you thinking about taking, studying Japanese seriously and want a visa, I don't think this is for you. But if you're like here, like in Fukuoka, and you want to learn how to uh, speak Japanese, I think this is a great way. Like I went into the classes and so far it's been like mixed. I've been like the totally only beginner. Like I'm like a total beginner when I just know basically a few words in Japanese and stuff, and it's pretty much like one-on-one too. Like you got a teacher to yourself, so that's great. And like it doesn't matter, like there's other people in there, the classes that are way 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 more advanced than me, so they just kind of match you up with someone, and they'll stick with you or rotate. The last school, like they'd have people rotate. Like different teachers teach you for a bit and then rotate. So yeah, I don't know. It's really weird because Japan. I stayed out of Japan, I think, for a long time. I originally wanted to come to Japan to teach English way back in 2004 when I first started, but I didn't because it didn't seem like there was an easy way in, and it sounded really expensive, and it can be, but like I said, right now I'm living here pretty cheap. Like I pay $400, or even a little bit less a month for all my rent, utilities, and then food. I might be looking at in jiu-jitsu. I might be looking at spending $700, maybe add in a few miscellaneous things, $800 a month, and that's it for living expenses. So that's pretty cheap. And yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm happy to finally be here and like living here. I don't have like a permanent visa or anything yet, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I got a tourist visa, and supposedly I can leave after 3 months and get another 3 months, and just be here on that. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's a nice place. Japan is, I don't know. It's nice. It's not the first time I've been here, but it's, I don't know. I think it's much better than where I was living in San Francisco. So happy to be here. Anyway, that's just a little short video for you on how you can live cheaply in Japan. You can, for as far as the share house, you can just, wherever city you're in, just do a search like on Google for, like, if you're in Osaka, search for Osaka share houses. And a lot of these places, they don't require like a lot of the fees and long-term contracts like most other rental places in Japan will require. So that's the benefit of that. It's not nice. I mean, there's other people living there and they all seem cool, but like it's not nice. Like it's like kind of an old house and like very 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 thin walls and floor. Like I feel like if I jump up and down I might go through the floor. Actually, it kind of feels like that. But for now it's pretty good. It's a pretty good start, and it's a good start. So anyways, it's out there. A lot of people say Japan's expensive, and I think some things can be expensive, but you just, I don't know, I think it's not. I think that there's a way, there's definitely a way. So look into it, check it out, or something. Yes, so insider.